Welcome to the legendary tale of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. Born from a magical stone, he rose from a simple monkey to challenge the very gods themselves. Armed with incredible powers and fueled by his rebellious spirit, Sun Wukong declared himself the great sage, equal to heaven. But his arrogance would lead to a crushing defeat at the hands of Buddha, who imprisoned him under a mountain for 500 years. Join us as we follow his incredible journey of redemption, as he transforms from a mischievous rebel to a wise and powerful protector. This is the epic story of the Monkey King. In the beginning, the world was still in its infancy, and the balance between heaven, earth, and the underworld was delicately maintained. In the middle of the East Sea, beyond the mortal eye, stood the majestic Flower Fruit Mountain. Atop this mountain lay an ancient, mystical stone, infused with the energy of the cosmos, the very essence of the heavens and earth, the sun and moon. One fateful day, this stone cracked open, and from it emerged a monkey, no ordinary creature, but one with an unquenchable thirst for life and knowledge. This was Sun Wukong, later known as the Monkey King. From his first breath, Sun Wukong was a creature of boundless energy and curiosity. He grew quickly, learning the ways of the wild and leading a group of monkeys on Flower Fruit Mountain. Under his leadership, they lived in peace, playing among the forests and waterfalls. However, a deep, nagging realization began to weigh on him. All things in life were transient, and even the greatest of beings would one day face death. Sun Wukong could not accept such a fate for himself. Determined to defy mortality, Sun Wukong embarked on a quest to discover the secret of eternal life. He wandered the world, traveling through human and demon realms, until he finally reached the abode of the immortal Taoist master, Bodhi. For years, Sun Wukong begged the immortal to teach him, proving his sincerity with persistence and cleverness. Bodhi, impressed by the monkey's determination, took him as a disciple. Sun Wukong was no ordinary student. His mind, sharp as a blade, quickly grasped the mystical arts that Bodhi taught him. Under his master's guidance, he learned how to transform into anything he desired, mastering the 72 transformations. He could become a bird, a beast, or even a breeze. He learned how to summon clouds to carry him across the sky, traveling 108,000 miles with a single somersault. But most importantly, Sun Wukong unlocked the secret to immortality, ensuring that death would never claim him. With his newfound abilities, he left Bodhi's temple, eager to return to his kingdom and assert his power over all. Once back at Flower Fruit Mountain, Sun Wukong declared himself the handsome Monkey King. But even this title did not satisfy his ambition. He wanted recognition, not just from mortals and demons, but from the gods themselves. Armed with confidence, Sun Wukong traveled to the Dragon King's palace beneath the ocean and demanded a weapon suitable for his might. After much hesitation, the Dragon King presented him with the Ruyi Jingu Bang, a magical staff that could grow or shrink at will. The staff, heavy and indestructible, was a treasure from the Great Yu's time and had been used to measure the depth of the seas. To the amazement of the Dragon King, Sun Wukong wielded it effortlessly. He took it as his own, along with a golden chainmail shirt, phoenix feather cap, and cloud-walking boots, making him a figure of awe and terror. As Sun Wukong's power grew, so did his arrogance. He named himself the Great Sage Equal to Heaven, a title of supreme authority, and demanded to be recognized by the Jade Emperor, ruler of heaven. The gods in heaven, amused and somewhat alarmed by the audacity of this monkey, decided to humor him. They gave him a minor position as guardian of the heavenly horses, hoping this would placate his ambition. For a while, Sun Wukong performed his duties, but he soon realized that the position was a mockery, far below what he believed he deserved. Enraged by this insult, Sun Wukong rebelled against heaven itself. He returned to Flower Fruit Mountain, declaring independence from the celestial order and prepared for war. Before we continue, please don't forget to like and subscribe. We just launched, so every form of support will go a really long way. Now back to the story. Heaven responded by sending its greatest generals and divine soldiers to subdue him. But Sun Wukong, armed with his magical staff and his mastery of transformation, easily defeated them all. Even the four heavenly kings, powerful deities who guarded the four corners of the world, could not overcome him. In his rebellion, he stole the peaches of immortality from the heavenly peach garden, drank the Jade Emperor's finest elixirs, and devoured Laozi's pills of longevity, further enhancing his already formidable powers. With the heavens in chaos, the gods turned to the Buddha for help. Buddha, calm and knowing, decided to teach the arrogant Monkey King a lesson. He appeared before Sun Wukong and proposed a challenge. "Great sage," Buddha said, "if you can leap out of the palm of my hand, I will recognize your claim as equal to heaven." Sun Wukong, scoffing at the simplicity of the task, readily agreed. He performed one of his mighty cloud somersaults, soaring across the cosmos. After what seemed like an eternity of flying, he reached the end of the universe, where he saw 5 towering pillars. To mark his triumph, he left a message on one of the pillars, then urinated on another to assert his dominance before flying back to confront the Buddha. To his shock and horror, Sun Wukong realized he had never left Buddha's hand. The 5 pillars were, in fact, Buddha's fingers. No matter how far Sun Wukong had traveled, he remained within the Buddha's grasp. Realizing that he had been outsmarted, Sun Wukong tried to flee, but Buddha flipped his hand, trapping the Monkey King under the 5 Elements Mountain, where he would remain imprisoned for 500 years. For centuries, Sun Wukong lay beneath the mountain, his once great power reduced to nothing. He could not move, and the weight of the mountain pressed down on him, a constant reminder of his hubris. Over time, the Monkey King began to reflect on his actions. He had been powerful, but reckless. His quest for immortality had led him to defy the natural order, and in doing so, he had brought suffering upon himself and others. At the end of 500 years, a new chapter in Sun Wukong's story began. The Bodhisattva Guanyin, a figure of compassion and wisdom, visited him at the mountain. She offered him a chance at redemption. If Sun Wukong would agree to serve as the protector of the monk Tongsanzang on his journey to retrieve the sacred Buddhist scriptures from India, his sins would be forgiven, and he would be released from his prison. Eager for freedom and a chance to prove himself, Sun Wukong accepted. Guanyin placed a magical headband on him, which would tighten painfully whenever he disobeyed Tongsanzang, reminding him to stay humble and obedient. Thus, Sun Wukong was freed from his prison and joined the monk on his pilgrimage. The journey was fraught with danger. Along the way, Sun Wukong and his companions, Pigsy, a former heavenly general turned pig demon, and Sandy, a river ogre, faced countless trials. They battled demons, monsters, and malevolent spirits, many of whom sought to devour Tongsanzang, believing that eating the flesh of a holy man would grant them immortality. Sun Wukong's strength and cunningness were crucial in overcoming these challenges. Yet, his impulsive nature often got the better of him, and there were moments when his old arrogance resurfaced. However, over time, the pilgrimage changed Sun Wukong. He began to learn patience, humility, and the value of self-restraint. His loyalty to Tongsanzang grew stronger, and he came to realize that true strength lay not in defying the heavens, but in protecting those he cared about. His once wild and rebellious spirit was tempered by the wisdom he gained along the journey. After enduring countless trials, the group finally reached India and obtained the sacred scriptures. They returned to China, bringing the teachings of Buddhism back to the people. For his service, Sun Wukong was granted the title of Victorious Fighting Buddha by the Buddha himself, marking his full redemption and acceptance into the celestial ranks. Thus, the tale of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, stands as a story of rebellion and redemption, of power and humility. His journey from a rebellious trickster to a wise and loyal protector is a timeless reminder of the importance of balance, self-reflection, and the pursuit of wisdom. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to help our growing channel. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.